Chapter 54. Such a career cannot possibly exist. Lin Moyu ignored the Abyss Demon's words. He suddenly stopped when he was about 50 meters away from the monsters.
Have you come to your senses? The gates of the Abyss are always open for you.
The Abyss Demon's voice sounded again. Lin Moyu's eyes now held a faint smile. The maximum range of corpse explosion was 100 meters. 50 meters was the middle distance. It was both safe and sufficient. Xia Shui came to Lin Moyu's side. She knew Lin Moyu must have his own thoughts, so she didn't ask much.
Why did you stop? Why aren't you advancing?
Feng Xiu, Zuomei and others also rushed over, looking puzzled.
This is far enough.
Lin Moyu said softly, pointing forward. Whoosh! All the skeleton warriors appeared simultaneously. A full 100 skeleton warriors like an army.
So many. He actually has so many summons. This career looks so powerful.
After the skeleton warriors appeared, they charged towards the feline beastman warriors like lightning.
Such fast speed.
Zuomei's eyes suddenly narrowed. As an infiltrator, she excelled in agility attributes with very fast burst speed. But now she found her speed was far inferior to the skeleton warriors.
Oh, so many summons. And they're undead summons. Those bones can be fed to watchdogs when taken back.
In the blink of an eye, the skeleton warriors had reached the feline beastmen.
Skill!
At Lin Moyu's mental command, the skeleton warriors' blades simultaneously emitted dazzling red light. Over a dozen skeleton warriors used skills on a single feline beastman at the same time. Streaks of red light fell, and the feline beastman was immediately heavily wounded. The skeleton warriors' attack power was unexpectedly strong. The feline beastmen, contaminated by abyss power, had become extremely powerful. Yet they still didn't die under these attacks. Their huge battle blades fell on the skeleton warriors. Lin Moyu could sense the skeleton warriors were all injured. But the injuries weren't severe. From the damage the skeleton warriors took, he roughly judged the opponent's attributes.
Strength should be around 3,000. Constitution should exceed 3,500. The higher the constitution, the better.
After using their skills, the skeleton warriors continued attacking the feline beastmen without pause. Over a dozen skeleton warriors ignored attacks, focusing all their efforts on one feline beastman. A few seconds later, that feline beastman fell with a miserable cry. Killed level 19 feline beastman warrior, experience plus 8,000. There was indeed experience. Lin Moyu found his judgment was correct. The experience was a bit low, but some was better than none. Light glowed in his palm. Boom! The sudden explosion startled them. Then they saw an unbelievable sight. The seemingly powerful feline beastman warriors were falling like wheat. Boom! Boom! Explosions came one after another, each taking out over a dozen feline beastmen. After more than 10 earth-shattering explosions, all the feline beastmen were dead. Lin Moyu checked his experience. He was just a bit short of leveling up.
They're all dead? No way, was it that simple? What skill is this? The power is too great.
The damage caused by corpse explosion was calculated based on the corpse's life force. The stronger the corpse's life force, the more powerful the explosion. So for Lin Moyu, as long as he could create the first corpse, enemies of the same type were doomed. Everyone was stunned. They trembled with excitement.
We're saved! We're saved! This brother is too strong, Necromancer. This career is too powerful. I dare say this brother will become a god-level talent in the future.
Wang Zihao muttered.
How can it be so powerful? How is it possible to be so powerful? His career is too strong. Why didn't I awaken this career? It's unfair.
No one paid attention to his words. Everyone was still in shock, unable to come to their senses for a moment. This scene was too fantastical, hard to believe. What happened exceeded everyone's understanding. Not only did the examinees not believe it, even the Abyss Demon didn't believe it. The Abyss Demon's voice sounded again.
Impossible! This is impossible. You've angered this demon king. This demon king will kill you, will eat your flesh.
With a scream, the blood-red moonlight suddenly burst into brilliant radiance. Another batch of monsters appeared from all directions. This time, the monsters were spread out, charging towards the various career professionals as soon as they appeared. Their targets were the career professionals. The career professionals immediately panicked and began to flee. Fortunately, the conquest space was large enough, giving them plenty of room to maneuver.
Now, what will you do? You'll all die, all of you.
The Abyss Demon's voice was much weaker than before. The Abyss power that could enter the conquest space was limited, using some meant less remained. Lin Moyu looked up at the red moon. There was a black shadow on the red moon.
So that's where you are.
He calculated the distance, about 200 meters. Lin Moyu gave a mental command. Several skeletons suddenly lifted a feline beastman corpse and threw it forcefully towards the red moon. Then a skeleton hugged Lin Moyu, and another skeleton warrior threw them up. The feline beastman corpse flew towards the red moon like an arrow, with Lin Moyu close behind.
What are you doing? You madman!
The Abyss Demon suddenly panicked, its voice starting to tremble. Lin Moyu didn't speak, just stared coldly, his eyes filled with killing intent. As the feline beastman corpse approached the black shadow on the red moon, Lin Moyu detonated it. With a thunderous boom, the Abyss Demon let out a miserable scream. The black shadow was hit by the explosion but didn't die.
This king will kill you, kill you!
The voice became extremely weak, screaming frantically.
Still not dead.
Lin Moyu's palm glowed again. Soul fire, ignoring defense, directly damaging the soul. A flame appeared above the black shadow, and it screamed again.
What skill is this? How can it burn the soul? What career are you? Such a career cannot possibly exist. It's impossible.
Lin Moyu didn't say a word. As he fell, he timely added another soul fire. Although the black shadow was still screaming, it had become extremely weak. 55-55. Chapter 55. Skill upgrade. This king will remember you. Outside the trial tower's main body in Summer Capital City, Meng Anwen, the master of the trial tower, was working hard to repair the rules of the conquest space. Several people looked at the trial tower with worried expressions. The longer it took, the more danger the examinees inside the conquest space were in. Suddenly Meng Anwen let out a soft exclamation. Bai Yuan asked solemnly,
What's wrong?
Meng Anwen said,
The interference from the Abyss power has greatly weakened.
Bai Yuan's face instantly turned very ugly.
Could all the examinees inside be dead?
Meng Anwen carefully sensed for a moment.
No, I can feel many life auras inside. They're human auras. The Abyss Demon's consciousness aura has become very weak. It's injured.
The Abyss Demon's consciousness entered the conquest space, using Abyss power to disrupt the conquest space rules. This indirectly sealed off the conquest space. In that situation, who could hurt it? Those level 15-16 examinees? Bai Yuan didn't believe it at all. In his imagination, the conquest space was very large. If the examinees could use it well, they might be able to hold out for an hour until rescue arrived. But to counterattack and kill the enemy was impossible. Even if it was just a consciousness, it was still impossible. In the conquest space, large numbers of feline beastmen abandoned their targets and began charging towards Lin Moyu. The black shadow on the blood moon roared.
I will kill you. I will eat your flesh and drink your blood.
It now saw Lin Moyu as a thorn in its side. It even forgot its mission today, losing rationality, only wanting to kill Lin Moyu. Large numbers of abyss-contaminated feline beastmen charged towards Lin Moyu. The skeleton warriors quickly formed battle lines to block them. The skeleton warriors' attributes were extremely high, with all 4 attributes at 5,000, far exceeding those of the same level. Even contaminated by abyss power and reaching enhanced elite monster level, they were still far inferior to the skeleton warriors. Moreover, Lin Moyu commanded the skeleton warriors to focus attacks. Over a dozen skeleton warriors surrounded and killed one target at a time. In just a few seconds, more feline beastman warriors were killed. Boom! The explosions started again. Corpse explosion was truly a godly skill, and Lin Moyu used it again and again. Suddenly, Lin Moyu noticed a change in the corpse explosion skill. Corpse explosion, level 2. Detonate corpse, dealing 15% of corpse's life value as damage to enemies within 2-meter range. Corpse explosion, which hadn't changed since he acquired it, had now upgraded. The range increased from 1 meter to 2 meters, and damage increased from 10% to 15% of the corpse's life value. The change seemed small, but combined with the full enhancement talent, 40-meter range, 300% of corpse's life value as damage. With just one level increase, the skill had actually undergone a massive change.
It seems repeatedly using skills and becoming proficient can increase skill levels. Apart from innate talent skills from career transition, do skills obtained later through skill scrolls also need to be upgraded this way? This is very similar to life skills and support skills.
With continuous explosions and increased range, corpse explosion became even more useful. In the blink of an eye, there were no more standing feline beastmen around Lin Moyu. Even the black shadow on the blood moon fell silent. Lin Moyu's lips curved into a smile. He was glowing. His whole body was enveloped in a faint white light. He had leveled up. Lin Moyu's level up attracted many people's attention. They realized that killing these abyss-contaminated monsters gave experience.
He's actually using these monsters to level up. That means he can solo nightmare difficulty dungeons. This guy is too amazing. Lin Moyu, which province's genius is he? Luckily we have him, or we'd be dead for sure.
Many people spoke in low voices, with admiration in their eyes as they looked at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu looked up. The blood moon and black shadow were still there.
Looks like it can't leave.
With a thought, this time 5 feline beastman corpses were thrown up. Then, a skeleton warrior hugged Lin Moyu and leaped up again. The black shadow in the blood moon seemed to realize its doom was approaching. Surprisingly, it didn't shout or scream, but let out a cold laugh instead.
Your name is Lin Moyu. This king will remember you. When you come to the abyss, this king will give you a warm welcome.
Lin Moyu smiled faintly without speaking. The corpses flew towards the blood moon. Corpse explosion. With a violent explosion, the black shadow let out a final scream before being destroyed. The blood moon shattered like glass and dissipated in the air. The conquest space returned to normal. Outside the trial tower, Meng Anwen showed surprise again.
The abyss consciousness has been eliminated. The conquest space has returned to normal. The children are safe and sound, no casualties.
Bai Yuan also showed an expression of disbelief. The development of events was completely different from what he had imagined. At his level, there were few things that could surprise him anymore.
Can you review what happened?
Bai Yuan wanted to know exactly what happened in the conquest space. Meng Anwen said,
Yes, we can.
Bai Yuan said solemnly,
There's no rush. First send the children back, just in case. All right.
In the conquest space, as the blood moon dissipated, the ground was returning to normal. Xia Shui asked softly,
Lin Dummy, is it over?
She was still shaken, her face slightly pale. What just happened was too frightening. If not for Lin Moyu, she probably would have died. Lin Moyu nodded.
It's over.
Though not words of comfort, this answer was enough to reassure Xia Shui. In the conquest space, the examinees were still in shock. Earlier, when the feline beastmen were chasing them, they had fled in panic, unable to fight back at all. Luckily, there was Lin Moyu. The white god's voice sounded again.
Examinees, the abyss power has disappeared, and the conquest space has returned to normal. You will be sent back to your original exam venues, and the exam results will be announced shortly.
56-56.
Chapter 56. No suspense. Provincial Top Scaler.
Lin Moyu appeared at the entrance of the trial tower. Xia Shui, Zuomei Wang Zihao, and Feng Xiu also appeared. The trial tower entrance was already closed.
The combat class exam has ended. All examinees please rest in place and wait for the final score evaluation.
The examiner's voice echoed throughout the venue. No one left. The final results would be announced quickly after the exam ended. As was the case every year, the examinees waited eagerly. For combat class professionals, the results consisted of 2 parts. 1. Points. 2. Evaluation. Some top higher education institutions had requirements not only for career, level, and points, but also for evaluation. The higher ranked the institution, the higher the requirements. For example, Summer Capital University's requirements for combat classes were basically level 15 or above, over 10,000 points, and at least an
excellent
evaluation. Other institutions ranked in the top 20 might be slightly more lenient on level and points, but still required an
excellent
evaluation. For top institutions, the evaluation was very important. If aiming for ordinary higher education institutions, the evaluation wasn't as crucial. Meeting the points requirement was sufficient. For examinees who didn't enter the conquest space, evaluations were given by provincial examiners. For those who entered the conquest space, evaluations were given by the Divine Summer Empire's upper echelons. For the Divine Summer Empire, examinees who could enter the conquest space were all geniuses requiring further attention. In Summer Capital City, Meng Anwen, Bai Yuan, and other top experts of the Divine Summer Empire were reviewing what happened in the conquest space. They observed all the performances of Lin Moyu and other examinees from the moment they entered the conquest space. This year was special. Due to the Abyss Power invasion, the conquest space experienced a major incident. They paid extra attention to this. In the review, Lin Moyu entered their vision.
So it was he who turned the tide. Impressive. Necromancer, I've heard of this career before. It's a brand new career that appeared in Jiangning Province, West Sea City, First High School. That's right. I originally planned to pay special attention to him in this exam. Didn't expect him to be so strong. Not only is his career powerful, he must have awakened a talent, and a very powerful one at that. His career has completely surpassed others of the same level. This child's mentality is excellent. Calm, decisive in killing, strong career. This child already has the conditions to become a top expert.
Praise after praise fell on Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's performance was too eye-catching. When they were worried about casualties, it was Lin Moyu alone who turned the tide. He single-handedly destroyed the Abyss's plan. Compared to Lin Moyu, others paled in comparison. There were hardly any highlights to be found. Only a dozen or so people could be said to have shown commendable courage.
It's a bit difficult to give evaluations this year. What's difficult about it? Those who ran away are all cowards. Such people would only be deserters on the battlefield in the future, can't be relied upon. We can't say that. After all, they're only teenagers. Lin Moyu is definitely excellent. Let's discuss the others together.
The top experts were deciding the futures of the examinees. In previous years, all these examinees would be considered outstanding talents. The top scholars of each province were rare geniuses. But this year, due to Lin Moyu's existence, the performance of these people seemed somewhat inadequate. Comparisons are odious. Lin Moyu was like a dazzling star, completely overshadowing the existence of others. After eager anticipation, the final results were finally announced. A huge light screen flickered in the air. 1. Lin Moyu, points, 34605. Evaluation. Excellent. Lin Moyu's name was clearly ranked first. Wow! The whole venue was in an uproar. Principal Lu jumped up, his old face so excited he almost had a brain hemorrhage.
First place, top scholar, top scholar.
Principal Lu's fingers trembled with excitement. His student had won the provincial top scholar title of Jiangning Province. For Principal Lu, this was a great honor.
Old Lu, congratulations. Old Lu has really made it big this time. A provincial top scholar is enough to brag about for 10 years. Not just 10, even 20 years is enough. First there was Su Qianxing, then Lin Moyu last year, and now a provincial top scholar this year. West Sea First High has truly made a name for itself now.
Xia Shui smiled and congratulated Lin Moyu.
Lin Dummy, you really got the provincial top scholar.
Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
Thank you.
When the 5th round of tests began, Lin Moyu already knew the provincial top scholar title would be his. The result was indeed as expected. When the results were announced, he still felt a little excited in his heart. Xia Shui looked at Lin Moyu in surprise.
You can actually smile? You look quite good when you smile. Why don't you ever smile usually?
She looked as if she had discovered a new continent. The 2nd place results also came out. 2. Xia Shui. Points. 7,600. Evaluation. Excellent. With Lin Moyu in 1st place, Xia Shui's results didn't cause much of a stir. Xia Shui was also evaluated as
excellent.
Principal Lu got excited again. The principals around him all cast envious glances. Not only was the top scholar Principal Lu's student, but the 2nd place was also his. This was too enviable and jealousy-inducing. 3. Feng Xiu. Points. 6,700. Evaluation. Excellent. 4. Zuomei. Points. 6325. Evaluation. Excellent. 5. Wang Zihao. Points. 6,300. Evaluation. Poor. Wang Zihao's face changed drastically. His evaluation was actually
poor.
With this evaluation, he had no chance of entering Summer Capital University. Not just Summer Capital University, even the top 20 higher education institutions in the Divine Summer Empire wouldn't want him.
Why? On what grounds did you give me poor? This is unfair. You're being unfair.
Wang Zihao finally couldn't hold back and shouted angrily. Suddenly a beam of light fell on Wang Zihao, and he instantly disappeared.
Wang Zihao violated exam rules. Expelled.
5757. Chapter 57. Imperial Top Scholar White God Visits. A poor evaluation in the trial cut off Wang Zihao's chances of entering a top higher education institution. Now being expelled, not even institutions ranked in the top 100 would accept him, let alone top ones. Even with family connections or the Dynasty Guild's influence, they couldn't contend with higher education institutions. Wang Zihao's future was predictable. The best outcome would be attending an ordinary higher education institution. Rankings were announced one by one. Apart from Lin Moyu and Xia Shui, West Sea City First High School's overall results were decent. Gao Yang ranked 61st, considered average. Others were slightly worse but could still enter institutions. After results were announced, the examiner's voice sounded again.
For combat careers, this year's Jiangning Province top scholar is Lin Moyu.
The examiner solemnly announced Lin Moyu as the provincial top scholar, causing another commotion. Thunderous applause followed. Everyone congratulated Lin Moyu. Becoming a provincial top scholar was no easy feat. Moreover, Lin Moyu's score crushed others to take 1st place. Of the 5 who entered the conquest space, the other 4 scores combined didn't match his alone. The advantage was too obvious. Amidst the applause, the examiner spoke again.
The Empire has issued an order. Lin Moyu is this year's national top scholar for the big exam.
Wow! Principal Lu jumped up again, flames bursting from his head. He was too excited to the point of his head catching fire.
National top scholar. Moyu is the national top scholar. Is this real? Did I hear wrong?
For a moment he couldn't speak clearly, not believing his own ears.
Old Lu, are you all right? Don't get too excited. Take care of your health. It's true, Lin Moyu really is the national top scholar. You didn't hear wrong. Now you can brag for a lifetime. Your First High can change its name to Top Scholar High School now. Producing a national top scholar, you really struck gold.
They were both envious and jealous. The flames on Principal Lu's head wouldn't extinguish, like his excited, surging emotions. Outside the trial tower, applause exploded like thunder.
A national top scholar! Our Jiangning province produced a national top scholar. Heavens, how many years has it been since our Jiangning province had a national top scholar? Lin Moyu is too amazing, actually becoming the national top scholar.
Lin Moyu remained calm and composed. When he got provincial top scholar, he had realized national top scholar might fall to him too. Sure enough, Xia Shui asked curiously,
You've become the national top scholar, aren't you happy? I am happy.
Lin Moyu said calmly. Xia Shui pouted.
You don't even know to smile when you're happy.
Lin Moyu remained calm.
I smiled in my heart. A dummy is still a dummy.
Xia Shui snorted.
But still, congratulations, top scholar Lin.
Zhuo Mei and Feng Xiu came together.
Lin Moyu, congratulations.
Zhuo Mei was petite, her voice slightly cold. Her demeanor fit her career very well. Feng Xiu extended his hand.
Thank you this time. If not for you, we'd have been in big trouble.
Zhuo Mei also thanked him. Lin Moyu shook his hand.
It was the right thing to do.
Feng Xiu asked.
You're aiming for Summer Capital University, right?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Great, see you at Summer Capital University then. I'll treat you to a meal when we get there.
Lin Moyu responded faintly. Lin Moyu was too cold, even colder than Zhuo Mei. The atmosphere suddenly became awkward. Xia Shui quickly smiled and said,
This guy doesn't like talking. I've been his classmate for 3 years, and all our conversations combined don't exceed 10 sentences.
Lin Moyu shook his head.
16 sentences.
Feng Xiu and Zhuo Mei couldn't help laughing. This Lin Moyu guy seemed quite interesting, apart from not liking to talk. The big exam ended, and they teleported back to school. Principal Lu didn't return with them. The support class exam was still ongoing, he had to stay with them. Lin Moyu returned home to rest well. He could register tomorrow. His goal was Summer Capital University. As the national top scholar, he would certainly get in. If even he couldn't get in, no one else could hope to. He silently summoned 4 skeleton warriors, then recalled them to his summoning space. There were now 104 skeleton warriors in his summoning space. Earlier in the conquest space, the skeleton warriors were injured to varying degrees fighting the feline beastman warriors. In the summoning space, their injuries recovered rapidly. Knock, knock, knock. The knocking pulled Lin Moyu out of his meditation state. The flames on Principal Lu's head had finally extinguished. But the excitement on his face hadn't faded. This over 60-year-old man had never been as excited as today.
Why have you come?
It was already late at night. In the quiet of night, Principal Lu's sudden visit must mean something. Not just Principal Lu came, but also someone Lin Moyu didn't recognize. When Lin Moyu saw this person, his whole body's hair stood on end. The newcomer carried a terrifying aura, making it difficult for him to breathe. It seemed he might suffocate at any moment. Lin Moyu didn't sit idly by. Skeleton warriors instantly appeared in front of him, protecting him.
Very good reaction.
Lin Moyu couldn't see the other's face clearly, but he recognized the voice. His tense spirit immediately relaxed. Lin Moyu respectfully bowed to the visitor.
Greetings, Lord White God.
Bai Yiyuan retracted his aura, revealing himself from the darkness.
How did you know it was me?
Lin Moyu also recalled his skeleton warriors.
I recognize your voice. Hee hee.
Bai Yiyuan laughed, satisfied with Lin Moyu's answer. He had seen Lin Moyu in the Conquest Space review. Now face to face, Bai Yiyuan was even more satisfied with him. Lin Moyu was calm and composed. His instinctive reactions all earned full marks.
Very good, very good. I've come this time to discuss Summer Capital University matters with you.
5858. Chapter 58. Top Scholar Rewards, Invitation to Participate in Trial. Unexpectedly, the White God came in person. Lin Moyu poured water for the two visitors. Plain boiled water. Principal Lu explained.
Please don't mind, Lord. Moyu's sister went to Summer Capital University last year. He lives alone otherwise.
Bai Yuan's gaze swept through the room. The furnishings were very simple. Many places were a bit worn. One could imagine the living environment was not affluent, even poor. For such a family to produce a genius like Lin Moyu was quite remarkable. The white god smiled.
Lin Moyu's sister is also at Summer Capital University?
Principal Lu immediately replied.
Lin Mohan, she entered Summer Capital University last year.
Bai Yuan's status was too high to know Lin Mohan. But today he made a mental note about Lin Mohan, to learn more about her if there's a chance.
For both siblings to enter Summer Capital University is truly commendable.
Bai Yuan praised, looking at Lin Moyu. On the way here, he had heard Principal Lu introduce Lin Moyu, knowing Lin Moyu spoke little, quiet and reserved. Now seeing it firsthand, it was indeed so. He thought, perhaps it was this personality that gave him calmness beyond his peers.
Can you summon your creatures for me to see?
Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't and didn't dare refuse Bai Yuan's request. Skeleton warriors silently appeared in the room. Bai Yuan looked and said curiously,
250 in all 4 attributes seems quite ordinary. How did you manage in the conquest space?
At Bai Yuan's level, he no longer needed to deliberately use detection. Many skills had been integrated into his very being. Hearing Bai Yuan's words, Lin Moyu suddenly understood something. His talent boost couldn't be seen by others. Others only saw the skeleton warrior's base attributes. But the skeleton warrior's final effectiveness came from the attributes after his talent boost. Bai Yuan continued asking,
What talent did you awaken?
Principal Lu looked surprised.
Moyu, you really awakened a talent?
Lin Moyu said softly,
My talent is enhancement, enhancing all skills.
Bai Yuan showed an
As expected.
expression.
Indeed, it was evident from your performance in the conquest space.
Bai Yuan didn't pursue the topic further. Instead, he changed the subject.
I have 2 matters for my visit. First is to give you rewards. Originally, these rewards were to be given after you came to the university, but since I'm here, I'll bring them along. Second is to take you to the university. There will be a trial the day after tomorrow. I hope you can participate.
Bai Yuan stated his purpose directly. Lin Moyu asked.
What kind of trial is it?
Bai Yuan said.
It's an internal trial of our Summer Capital University. Participants are all internal students of our university. Specific information can only be told after you agree to participate.
Lin Moyu sensed something unusual. First, saying he hoped Lin Moyu could participate meant this trial wasn't mandatory. The decision to participate was up to him. Second was about the trial participants. The participants were internal members of Summer Capital University. He knew little about Summer Capital University, not understanding the meaning of
internal members.
Plus, the secrecy about the trial content indicated it was not ordinary. Lin Moyu pondered the meaning of the white god's words. Caution was a state that must be maintained at all times. For anything, always be cautious and analyze calmly. Bai Yuan showed a satisfied smile.
You're very cautious, that's very good. I can't reveal too much about the trial content, but I can tell you this opportunity is rare. Originally you weren't qualified to participate. I personally gave you this chance.
After hearing the white god's words, Lin Moyu immediately decided,
I'll participate.
With Bai Yuan saying so, if he didn't participate, it would be disrespectful to Bai Yuan. Lin Moyu wasn't a fool, he wouldn't do something to offend people like that.
In that case, let me give you the rewards first. As the national top scholar, you have quite a few rewards.
A flash of light appeared in Bai Yuan's hand, revealing several items. Lin Moyu's eyes narrowed. He recognized one item, a skill scroll.
The first reward is your 100,000 points. This is the point reward for National Top Scholar. separate from the points you earned in the big exam.
Lin Moyu earned 34,605 points in the big exam, plus an extra 100,000 points for National Top Scholar. This gave Lin Moyu over 130,000 points directly. This was quite a lot of points. Many senior students at Summer Capital University might not have as much. Bai Yuan handed a card to Lin Moyu.
All your points are in here. You've probably heard that points are more useful than gold coins at Summer Capital University. It's indeed true. You'll understand the specifics when you get to Summer Capital University. The second reward is also for your National Top Scholar title. 1 Junior Skills Scroll and 1 Intermediate Skills Scroll. The third reward is an extra based on your performance in the Conquest space. 1 Entry Qualification for the Divine Summer Tower. Regarding specific information about the Divine Summer Tower, you'll naturally know when you get to Summer Capital University, so I won't say more. But I can tell you, the entry qualification for the Divine Summer Tower is very precious, especially the first time. Make full preparations before going.
With Bai Yuan emphasizing this, it must be very important.
I understand.
5959. Chapter 59. Arriving at Summer Capital University, a different atmosphere. Lin Moyu packed up simply. A talisman flew out, transforming into a teleportation array. Lin Moyu and Bai Yuan stepped into the array, departing in a brilliant light. As the last bit of light disappeared, the small house was once again enveloped in darkness. Principal Lu sighed, silently leaving and closing the door. The late-night streets were very quiet. No one could know that this seemingly dilapidated small house had produced 2 Summer Capital University students in 2 consecutive years. One of them was even the National Top Scholar. Principal Lu's eyes held hope as he looked towards the direction of the capital.
Good luck, child.
His words were full of kindness and hope. Lin Moyu felt like he had been teleporting for a long time, unlike the morning's teleportation stone which arrived in an instant. The Divine Summer Empire's territory was vast, one of the few major powers in the human realm. Summer Capital University was thousands of kilometers away from West Sea City. Even teleportation took some time. Fragments of light flashed before his eyes. Countless strange scenes could be seen. All fragments, bizarre and colorful. Lin Moyu felt top-heavy, as if time and space were chaotic at this moment. Very uncomfortable. But he didn't show any reaction. Only his face turned slightly pale. After about 10 seconds, his feet touched the ground again. All discomfort vanished instantly.
Very good endurance.
Bai Yuan's evaluation of Lin Moyu improved further in his mind. The late-night capital was qualitatively different from West Sea City. As the capital of the Divine Summer Empire, even late at night, it was still brightly lit. Moonlight became secondary.
Summer Capital University.
A huge gate, tens of meters high and over 100 meters wide, came into view. Magnificent, exquisite, solid, powerful. This was Lin Moyu's first impression. In an instant, he felt his own insignificance. Just one gate had such an imposing presence, shocking him. Lin Moyu even sensed danger from it.
Deadly danger.
Bai Yuan said,
This gate is both an entrance and a weapon. Even top experts would pay a price trying to break in.
He patted Lin Moyu's shoulder.
Let's go.
As they approached, Lin Moyu felt an aura fall on him. It was somewhat like detection, but not quite the same. His identity was verified, and the gate opened silently. Summer Capital University at night wasn't as quiet as imagined. Walking through the university, Lin Moyu could feel waves of energy fluctuations. The energy fluctuations came from various locations in the university.
That's students practicing skills.
Bai Yuan explained casually. Though he seemed stern, he showed great patience towards Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu asked,
Do all skills need practice?
Bai Yuan explained,
Except for innate career skills and some special skills. Most skills need to be improved through practice.
This answer matched Lin Moyu's own guess. Skills needed constant practice and used to become powerful. Lin Moyu asked a second question.
Is just using them enough?
Bai Yuan smiled.
Hard to say. Every skill is different. Some skills won't improve just by practice. You'll understand this knowledge after you formally enroll. The teachers will teach in detail.
Skill knowledge was a complete systematic subject, not something that could be explained in a few words. Lin Moyu understood this point. Bai Yuan had already explained clearly, so he didn't ask further. The energy fluctuations never stopped. Light occasionally illuminated the night sky.
They're all working hard.
Lin Moyu thought to himself. Just this first impression left a deep impact on Lin Moyu about Summer Capital University. The students here were all very diligent, practicing skills late into the night. Thinking of his own skills, they didn't seem very convenient to practice. Summer Capital University was unexpectedly large. They walked for a long time before reaching their destination.
This is the residential area. You'll stay here tonight. Someone will explain the specific rules to you. Remember one thing, in Summer Capital University, most things can be traded. But it must be based on mutual agreement, no forced buying or selling.
Someone was already waiting, and quickly ran over upon seeing Bai Yuan.
Greetings, Lord White God.
The person bowed respectfully to Bai Yuan. The White God held an extremely high status in the Divine Summer Empire, respected by countless people. Though Lin Moyu didn't say much, he also respected Bai Yuan in his heart. Bai Yuan nodded.
I'll leave him to you. I'm leaving now. Rest well. Someone will come for you tomorrow.
Bai Yuan was very busy. He couldn't handle everything personally. Coming to pick up Lin Moyu himself was already a great honor. How many in the entire Divine Summer Empire could enjoy such treatment? Lin Moyu's expression remained calm, his tone equally flat.
All right.
Just this simple word startled the person beside them. Who would dare speak so coldly to Bai Yuan? He had never seen such a thing. Unexpectedly, Bai Yuan just nodded, then turned and left, disappearing into the darkness. Lin Moyu was brought by Bai Yuan, so the person didn't dare neglect him. He asked politely,
You're Lin Moyu, right?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Yes.
His tone still flat. The person felt uncomfortable, thinking Lin Moyu was too cold. But he didn't dare say much.
Where would you like to stay? We have several options here.
Summer Capital University was not only large in campus size, but the residential area was also vast. There were multiple choices: 4-person, 2-person, single dorms, detached villas, villas with training grounds. Different accommodations had vastly different prices. 60-60. Chapter 60. Points should be spent wisely. Lin Moyu truly understood why points were more useful than gold coins. 4-person dorms were the cheapest at 500 points per month. 2-person dorms cost 1,000 points per month. Single dorms cost 2,000 points per month. As for detached houses, they required tens of thousands of points monthly. If you didn't have points, you could pay in gold coins. But that would add 2 more zeros to the price. A 4-person dorm cost 50,000 gold coins per month, while a single dorm cost 200,000 gold coins. This was indeed not cheap. Lin Moyu only had a few hundred gold coins on him. Each point could be exchanged for 100 gold coins. But gold coins couldn't be exchanged for points. If caught doing so, there would be severe punishment. Bai Yuan had said most things could be traded in Summer Capital University. Exchanging gold coins for points was one of the few exceptions. Additionally, many resources could only be purchased with points. This made points the most important hard currency in the university. Anywhere gold coins could be used, points definitely wouldn't be used. Points were to be saved whenever possible. Through the detailed explanation, Lin Moyu learned a lot. The person was called Jiang Tao, a student who entered Summer Capital University 2 years ago. He now worked as an administrator in the residential area, managing some minor affairs while earning some points. From his words, it was clear that points were not easy to earn. Perhaps due to Bai Yuan's influence, Jiang Tao was especially polite to Lin Moyu.
Lin, I know you just finished the big exam and should have quite a few points. But I still advise you to save points when possible. There will be many places to use points later.
Lin Moyu roughly understood he should spend frugally, but he had no gold coins and didn't want to live with others.
I want a single dorm.
Jiang Tao looked at Lin Moyu.
Are you sure?
Lin Moyu nodded. Jiang Tao sighed.
The rich really are willful. Not knowing to save now, you'll regret it when you realize how hard it is to earn points.
He sighed as if speaking from experience. He led Lin Moyu into the residential area to Building 8, directly to the second floor.
Building 8 is all single dorms. On the second floor, except for 206, 208, and 209 which are occupied, the rest are available. Take your pick.
Lin Moyu looked down the row and pointed at the nearest one.
This one. Room 201. Give me your ID card, I'll register it.
ID cards could only be used by the owner. Even if lost, others couldn't use them. Jiang Tao took out a device, swiped the ID card, and had Lin Moyu confirm with his fingerprint. With a beep, points were deducted. Jiang Tao's eyes widened as he let out a strange cry.
How do you have so many points?
The device displayed Lin Moyu's point balance. After deducting 1,000 points, 133,605 points remained. Over 130,000 points shocked Jiang Tao. Lin Moyu said,
Rewards given.
Jiang Tao looked at Lin Moyu like he was seeing a god of wealth.
No wonder you want a single dorm, you have so many points. Since entering the university, I've only earned less than 10,000 points total, not even a fraction of yours. You're really rich. Alright, from now on, room 201 in building 8 is your dorm. No one can enter without your permission. Until you move out, no one else can rent this room. Rest well, let me know if you need anything.
Lin Moyu nodded, then suddenly asked,
Senior, have you heard of Lin Mohan?
Jiang Tao thought for a moment, then shook his head.
Never heard of her. Your name is Lin Moyu. Is Lin Mohan your relative? There are too many people in Summer Capital University. It's normal not to have heard of someone. You can ask at the Academic Affairs office tomorrow.
Jiang Tao rattled off a lot more, then suddenly said before leaving,
Oh right, remember to buy a communication device tomorrow, otherwise it'll be very inconvenient.
Closing the dorm door, it finally became quiet. The single dorm wasn't large, simply furnished but clean. Lin Moyu sat on the bed and began meditating to recover his spirit power. Early the next morning, someone knocked on the dorm door. Lin Moyu opened the door, surprise and delight in his eyes. Ning Yi, unseen for days, stood prettily at the door.
What's wrong? Don't recognize me?
Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
I do.
Ning Yi kiklet.
Come on, I'll take you for breakfast, then show you around Summer Capital University.
There was a university cafeteria next to the residential area. Many people were having breakfast early in the morning. Ning Yi quickly grabbed a pile of food. Quite a lot. Ning Yi's appetite was as big as ever. When it was time to pay, Lin Moyu took out his ID card.
I'll pay.
Ning Yi giggled and didn't stop him. With a beep, 5 points were deducted. Ning Yi exclaimed in surprise.
You're actually using points to pay? You can use gold coins here. Anywhere you can use gold coins, you definitely shouldn't use points.
Lin Moyu said softly.
I don't have gold coins.
Ning Yi slapped her forehead.
You should have said if you don't have gold coins. This young lady has plenty of gold coins. Don't waste points, they're so hard to earn.
Lin Moyu smiled.
It's fine.
Ning Yi said with relief.
It's okay, it's only 5 points. Anyway, remember, anywhere you can use gold coins in the future, never use points. Points should be spent wisely.
Lin Moyu humbly accepted the advice. He thought about going to the exchange later to sell the materials and weapons he had recently obtained. At least he could exchange them for some gold coins. Thinking of this, a gem appeared in Lin Moyu's palm. 6161. Chapter 61. Blank records. Where did sister go? The Goblin King's crystal core was like a perfect ruby. Dazzling and alluring. Lin Moyu handed it to Ning Yi.
For you. Wow, it's so beautiful.
Ning Yi immediately saw this crystal core was special. Holding it brought waves of warmth, dispelling the cold. She cast detection.
Is this the Goblin King's crystal core?
Ning Yi's eyes shone with surprise and delight. Lin Moyu nodded.
Do you know its value?
Lin Moyu shook his head. Not very sure. He first learned of it at the exchange, where a quest valued it at 100,000 gold coins. Later Wang Yi told him it was worth at least 500,000 gold coins. But Lin Moyu felt it might be worth even more. Otherwise, the Dynasty Guild's young master wouldn't have gone to such lengths. Though it came from a low-level dungeon, the nightmare difficulty of a low-level dungeon wasn't something just anyone could clear. Ning Yi was in a good mood and said carefully,
This is the core item for the Goblin King's ring, a boss accessory worth tens of millions. If traded, it should be worth around 10 million.
10 million. Lin Moyu was slightly taken aback, not expecting it to be so valuable. Wang Yi clearly didn't know much either, saying it was worth at least 500,000, off by 2 zeros. The Dynasty Guild was even more dishonest, wanting to acquire it for just 100,000, clearly trying to deceive those who didn't know better. 10 million was indeed very expensive for ordinary people. But for Ning Yi, it shouldn't be much. After all, she could casually give away an intermediate skill scroll also worth millions. Ning Yi really liked the Goblin King's crystal core and accepted it without hesitation.
Thanks.
Lin Moyu smiled slightly. It was good she accepted it. After eating, Ning Yi showed Lin Moyu around Summer Capital University. There was an Imperial Exchange and a University Exchange within Summer Capital University. Gold coins could be used for transactions at the Imperial Exchange. The University Exchange was Summer Capital University's own, where only points could be used for transactions. Some items couldn't be purchased at the Imperial Exchange. Besides exchanges, Summer Capital University also had dozens of skill training grounds distributed throughout. Using the skill training grounds wasn't free, it cost points. The Summer Capital Library, said to rival the Imperial Library, contained a vast collection of books and materials. While some books could be viewed for free, accessing more advanced materials also required points. In short, without points one could barely move in the university, only ensuring they wouldn't starve. Through Ning Yi's introduction, Lin Moyu began to familiarize himself with the university. At the Academic Affairs Office, Lin Moyu completed his final enrollment procedures. Most of his paperwork had already been handled by Bai Yuan. Also due to Bai Yuan's influence, the staff at the Academic Affairs Office were very polite to Lin Moyu. At the office, Lin Moyu inquired about Lin Mohan's information. After checking, there was indeed an enrollment record for Lin Mohan. But now all information about her was completely blank. Leaving the office, Lin Moyu's eyes showed obvious worry. Ning Yi comforted him.
Lin Mohan is your family, right? My sister.
Lin Moyu said softly. He didn't understand why Lin Mohan's records were blank. The enrollment record showed Lin Mohan had indeed entered Summer Capital University. Ning Yi said,
Actually, blank records are normal.
Lin Moyu looked over, hoping to get answers from Ning Yi.
She may be on a special mission from the university. Some missions require secrecy, during which records can't be accessed. Or she may have left the university not dropping out, but joining one of the university's affiliated academies. The university has several affiliated academies. They seem to belong to the university but are relatively independent. The most famous is the Creation God Academy. There's also the Divine Dragon Academy, Flying Heaven Academy, and others. There are over a dozen such academies. If she joined one, her records would also be blank. So don't worry. Your sister may have just joined one of the academies.
Hearing Ning Yi's explanation, Lin Moyu felt somewhat relieved. He had arrived at Summer Capital University, and though he couldn't find Lin Moyu immediately, now that he was here, he would surely find her eventually. He remembered Lin Mohan's last contact was 3 months ago. There had been no news of her in these 3 months. Perhaps she really was on some mission.
All right, don't worry, everything will be fine.
Ning-yi smiled warmly, comforting Lin Moyu.
Her smile was like sunshine, affecting Lin Moyu too.
Thank you.
Ning-yi giggled.
No need to thank me. Come on, let's get to business. Besides showing you around the university today, I'm here on a mission.
In half a day, they had only covered the university's public areas. The university was very large, with public areas occupying less than a tenth. There were many academies within the university that outsiders couldn't enter. Hidden Dragon Academy. There were quite a few people inside, seemingly discussing something. Ning-yi brought Lin Moyu in.
He's back.
A tall woman saw Ning-yi and immediately came over. Ning-yi giggled.
Sister Tao, I brought him.
The woman looked at Lin Moyu.
Is this the one Lord White God mentioned? It's him.
Ning-yi naturally pulled Sister Tao over and introduced.
Lin Moyu, this year's national top scholar. Sister Tao, our team captain.
Sister Tao introduced herself openly.
Hello, I'm Jiang Tao Tao, level 23 Elf Knight.
Lin Moyu said softly.
Lin Moyu, level 17 Necromancer.
6262. Chapter 62. Dogs bite people, people can't bite dogs. Jiang Tao Tao's expression didn't change, but the others showed some surprise.
Only level 17, you must be joking. Even if we need to bring someone, we can't just pick up any random person.
A man holding a staff walked into the courtyard, his voice carrying arrogance and insolence. Ning-yi looked displeased.
Lingjun, watch what you say. Moyu is the national top scholar.
Lingjun sneered.
National top scholar? Compared to us, that's nothing. We've seen national top scholars before. They're all trash.
He was extremely arrogant, not taking Lin Moyu or the national top scholar title seriously at all. The others in the courtyard also showed proud expressions, as if what Lingjun said was fact. The national top scholar really wasn't valued by them.
Lingjun, your words stink like farts.
Ning-yi retorted directly. Lingjun snorted coldly, ignoring Ning-yi. He arrogantly raised his head.
Your name is Lin Moyu, right? I know Lord White God introduced you. Don't think you can do whatever you want just because you have connections with Lord White God. In our Hidden Dragon team, we value strength. It's fine to bring you along for this trial, but please keep quiet and don't make a sound. Better not drag us down, or I'll be the first to deal with you.
Lin Moyu was speechless, feeling this guy's arrogance was over the top. He had seen arrogant people before Xia Shui was arrogant enough as the young miss of the Xia family. But not like this guy.
Brain dead?
Lin Moyu suddenly spoke. Lingjun's face changed.
What did you say?
His staff immediately burst into red flames, releasing powerful energy waves. Ning-yi stepped in front of Lin Moyu.
Lingjun, you dare!
Jiang Tao Tao also came over to block Lingjun.
Lingjun, stop.
Seeing Jiang Tao Tao, Lingjun gradually retracted his aura, the flames on his staff extinguishing.
Sister Tao, I'll give you face.
He glared fiercely at Lin Moyu before walking aside without another word. But his resentment towards Lin Moyu was obvious. Jiang Tao Tao turned to Lin Moyu.
We leave at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Gather here. I can only tell you the specific trial details tomorrow.
Lin Moyu nodded.
Understood. Let's go buy some things and prepare.
Ning-yi pulled Lin Moyu away. Seeing them leave, Jiang Tao Tao sighed lightly.
Lingjun, I know you're resentful. But personal grudges can't affect the trial. Plus he was introduced by Lord White God, be careful.
Lingjun said irritably.
I know my limits. I'm just annoyed if we're bringing someone. It should be someone useful. What career is Necromancer? Have you heard of it?
Jiang Taotao shook her head.
He's the national top scholar. Though that doesn't mean much to us, becoming top scholar must mean he has something special.
Someone interjected.
Necromancer seems to be a new career that just appeared this year. It's said to be a unique career.
Ling Zhen still looked disdainful.
New careers appear every few years, but most are trash.
Ning Yi pulled Lin Moyu towards the exchange, saying,
Don't argue with that guy. He's crazy and not worth it.
Lin Moyu said softly,
Dogs bite people. People can't bite dogs. Ha ha.
Ning Yi laughed, not expecting Lin Moyu to have this side. They arrived at the Imperial Exchange. Lin Moyu quickly sold all the items he got from the West Sea Mine dungeon. He didn't choose consignment. He turned in materials for recycling quests at the exchange. He directly sold the weapons and equipment to the exchange. Weapon grades were iron, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, with legendary and mythic above that. Bronze was just entry-level, suitable for level 10 to 20 professionals, not worth much. Each weapon was priced around 10,000 gold coins. After emptying his storage space, Lin Moyu exchanged for 230,000 gold coins. Though not much, it was enough for him to use for a while. Ning Yi said,
We're going on the trial tomorrow. You should buy some red and blue potions.
The
red and blue potions
she mentioned were healing and mana potions. Healing potions could treat injuries. Because the liquid was red, professionals called them red potions. Mana potions were similar, named for their blue color, used to restore spirit power. These two potions were the most commonly used consumables by professionals. Junior Life Potion can heal injuries, suitable for below level 20 1-hour cooldown. Junior Spirit Potion can restore spirit power, suitable for below level 20 1-hour cooldown. Both potions cost 1,000 gold coins each. Following Ning Yi's advice, Lin Moyu bought 10 of each. He spent 20,000 gold coins. Lin Moyu then used 200,000 gold coins to buy 2 junior skill scrolls. He was left with only 10,000 gold coins. Money really flowed like water. Then they went to the university exchange and used 100 points to buy a communication device. The device looked like a watch, convenient to wear on the wrist, a necessity for every student. They added each other as friends so they could call any time. Ning Yi waved her small hand, revealing snow-white skin.
Now I can bother you anytime.
Lin Moyu looked at the butterfly-like Ning Yi, also showing a faint smile. 63. Chapter 63, New Skill, Curse System. According to Ning Yi, originally there was supposed to be another participant in this trial, Ling Zhen's brother. But because of the White God's intervention, Lin Moyu took his spot. That's why Ling Zhen was so hostile towards him. Ning Yi didn't know the specific details of the trial, but she knew it was very important and had specific level requirements. Not too high, not too low. Everything would be revealed tomorrow. Lin Moyu didn't take Ling Zhen seriously. In his eyes, Ling Zhen was just a clown, not worth mentioning. He wasn't arrogant, but confident. He was confident he wouldn't be weaker than any career professional below level 30. The small dorm room was bright as day. A junior skill scroll was activated. A ball of light enveloped Lin Moyu. Minutes later, the light disappeared. Lin Moyu sighed. He hadn't learned a new skill. Using a skill scroll didn't guarantee learning a skill 100% of the time. Even if a skill was learned, it might not be new, but one already known. In any case, he didn't learn a new skill. This was normal. As more skills were mastered, the number of skill scrolls needed to learn new skills would increase greatly. Junior skill scrolls only cost 100,000 gold coins each, not expensive. Even using 100 would only be 10 million. But intermediate skill scrolls cost 10 million each. Using many would be very costly. Lin Moyu had 2 junior skill scrolls. After one failed, he used the second. The light ball appeared again, enveloping him. Gradually, Lin Moyu felt his body heat up, a strange energy emerging from within. He had experienced this feeling before. He felt a bit excited.
A new skill.
This scroll wasn't wasted. Obtain skill. Slow curse. Slow curse. Level 1 curse enemies within 5 meters, reducing their speed by 5% for 1 minute. Through his talent amplification, the curse range increased from 5 meters to 100 meters, a 20-fold increase. The slowing effect also increased 20 times, able to reduce the target speed by a full 100%, including attack and movement speed. This effectively reduced the enemy's attack power by over half, and it lasted for 20 minutes. A godly skill, another godly skill. Lin Moyu studied the slow curse.
My skills can be categorized into summoning, attack, and curse systems. I wonder if there will be other systems. Curse system skills greatly weaken enemies, not only greatly increasing safety, but also indirectly increasing my own attack power. Whichever system, they're all very powerful.
After studying the skill, he used spirit power to summon 4 skeleton warriors, then drank a junior spirit potion. His spirit power began recovering rapidly. The potion's effect lasted until 100 spirit power was restored after 10 minutes. Knowing the potion's effect, Lin Moyu began meditating. 100 spirit power with a 1-hour cooldown between potions. For his 1,000 spirit power, that was only 1/10. Relying solely on potions would take 10 hours to fully recover. Overall, it wasn't much faster than meditation. Lin Moyu calculated that using meditation with potions didn't improve efficiency much. Repeatedly interrupting meditation to drink potions would greatly affect meditation quality. Not only troublesome, but counterproductive. The communication device played a pleasant tune, pulling Lin Moyu out of meditation. Ning Yi had set the ringtone. She was the only contact in Lin Moyu's device.
Wake up, the sun's shining on your butt.
As soon as he answered, Ning Yi's mischievous voice came through.
I'm downstairs, come down quick for breakfast. We're leaving right after. Okay.
Ning Yi had bought a lot of food.
We don't know how long this will take, need to prepare extra food. Otherwise, like last time, this young lady almost starved to death. Good thing we had your sweet potatoes.
Lin Moyu chuckled. She had buns but didn't eat them, insisting on sweet potatoes instead. Lin Moyu silently followed behind, paying the bill. He spent 10,000 gold coins on enough food for 2 people for a month. Fortunately, their storage space was large enough to hold it all. Expenses at Summer Capital University were truly high, money flowed like water. 10,000 gold coins would have fed Lin Moyu for several years in West Sea City. Jiang Taotao and the others were already waiting at Hidden Dragon Academy. Not just them, but many others in the academy had formed teams. Ning Yi pulled Lin Moyu over. Jiang Taotao checked the time and said seriously,
Don't wander off after we teleport.
She clearly had experience, not her first trial. Ling Zhen glared at Lin Moyu with disgust.
Kid, don't drag us down.
Ning Yi snorted coldly.
You better not drag us down.
Jiang Taotao had a headache.
Whatever conflicts or thoughts you have, save them for after the trial. You should all understand the importance of this trial. Now everyone introduce your careers.
As team leader, she had to unite the team now. Even if only superficially united, it had to be done. Otherwise, they might as well give up on the trial.
Duan Gao, level 20 Prophet. Miao Yu, level 20 Elven Elder.
Prophet and Elven Elder were both support careers, and rare ones at that. Prophets mainly enhanced various states. A high-level prophet with a full skill set could at least double a team's combat power. Elven Elders were healer-type careers, specializing in healing and simple monster control. Under Jiang Taotao's gaze, Ling Zhen reluctantly said,
Ling Zhen, level 21 Warlock.
Like elemental mages, warlocks were also mage-type careers and rare careers. Their skills overlapped in some areas but differed in others.
Ningyi, level 19 Shadow Assassin. Lin Moyu, level 17 Necromancer. Jiang Taotao, level 23 Elven Knight.
Jiang Taotao's gaze swept over everyone.
I'll say it again, we must unite for this trial. Anyone who dares drag us down during the trial, don't blame me for being harsh.
Jiang Taotao's expression was serious. Even Ling Jin perked up his ears. Ning Yi smiled.
Don't worry, Sister Tao. We definitely won't affect the trial.
Suddenly a huge teleportation array appeared in the air.
Hidden Dragon Academy. Begin trial teleportation.
64. Chapter 64. Trial Mission Mermaid's Tear. A giant tower shadow appeared in the sky. The tower stretched from heaven to earth.
It's the Divine Summer Tower.
Ning Yi said softly. Lin Moyu was also shocked. He hadn't seen the Divine Summer Tower since entering Summer Capital University. He didn't expect it to suddenly appear in the sky. The tower's peak shot out brilliant light, enveloping Hidden Dragon Academy. The Academy students were simultaneously teleported to the trial location. The sound of ocean waves reached their ears. Coming from West Sea City near the coast, Lin Moyu was too familiar with the sound of waves to mistake it. The trial site was by the sea. Their feet touched the ground again. Vision quickly recovered as dazzling sunlight shone down. Lin Moyu felt like he was back at the beach in West Sea City. Ning Yi's face was pale, her small hand tightly gripping Lin Moyu's arm. Pouting unhappily, she said,
My head is spinning. Long-distance teleportation is really uncomfortable.
Jiang Taotao said,
You'll get used to it after a few times. Everyone's like this at first.
She looked at Lin Moyu with slight surprise, as he showed no signs of discomfort.
Could it be he often uses teleportation arrays?
She wondered, her disdain for him lessening somewhat. Lin Moyu observed their surroundings. They were on an island. The coastline was not far behind them. They stood on a sandy beach. Waves rolled in one after another. A light barrier appeared not far ahead. The barrier almost covered the entire island. They were outside the barrier. Through it, many monsters could be seen inside the island. A glowing stone floated in front of each person.
It's a mission stone,
said Jiang Taotao, immediately grabbing hers. Lin Moyu also took hold of his mission stone. The moment he touched it, he understood their trial mission. The island was called Mermaid Island. It was filled with many sea creature monsters. At the center of the island was a dungeon. The Mermaid's Tear Dungeon. Their trial mission was to enter Mermaid Island, fight to the center, enter the Mermaid Dungeon, kill the final boss, and obtain the Mermaid's Tear from it. The trial mission had 3 key points. 1. The average level of teams entering Mermaid Island could not exceed 20. This was average level, not individual level. Teams could have a maximum of 6 people. Since they needed to face a boss, it was better for the knight to be higher level. This meant they needed to bring a lower level person to balance the average. Lin Moyu replacing Ling Zhan's brother's spot was why Ling Zhan resented him. 2. The Mermaid's Tear would only drop in nightmare difficulty. So the team's overall strength couldn't be too weak, or they couldn't clear it. 3. Only 3 Mermaid's Tears would drop. Only the first 3 teams to clear the dungeon could obtain a Mermaid's Tear. Lin Moyu didn't understand the need for secrecy, thinking,
It's just clearing a dungeon after all. Could the Mermaid's Tear have some special properties?
Jiang Taotao finished reading the mission and said solemnly,
I didn't expect this trial mission to be Mermaid Island.
Having experienced many trial missions, she knew more than them.
The Mermaid Dungeon only drops 3 Mermaid's Tears each year. Mermaid's Tears can be used to craft a very special equipment with great effects. Mermaid Island is not in Divine Summer Empire territory. So besides our Divine Summer Empire, other countries come to Mermaid Island each year. This time our entire Hidden Dragon Academy is mobilized, with 10 teams total. We're Team 2. We're not only competing with our academy classmates, but also with career professionals from other countries.
Jiang Taotao explained the whole situation. Ning Yi asked,
What do we do then? If we encounter them, do we have to kill?
As she spoke, she unconsciously looked at Lin Moyu, who had actually killed people before. Hearing about killing, everyone became visibly tense except Lin Moyu, who remained unmoved. Jiang Taotao shook her head.
It usually doesn't come to that. Similar things have happened before, mostly just guarding the dungeon entrance to prevent entry. Actual killing is rare.
Hearing this, everyone relaxed. Jiang Taotao continued.
But we can't be careless. Deaths have occurred before. All right, let's prepare to enter Mermaid Island. Duan Gao, apply buffs.
Duan Gao responded and began casting skills. Auras appeared on everyone instantly. Strength enhancement, agility enhancement, defense enhancement, mana activation. With these buffs, everyone's attributes increased greatly. Lin Moyu felt the effects of these buffs. Strength, agility, constitution and spirit all increased by 30%. Mage skill power increased by 20%. All buffs would last for an hour. With the Prophet's buffs, everyone's combat power increased significantly. Prophet was indeed a powerful support career, indispensable especially in high-difficulty dungeons. With a Prophet, a team's combat power could increase several times. However, compared to Lin Moyu's godly talent, the Prophet's enhancements were too weak.
What effect would the Prophet's buffs have on skeleton warriors?
Lin Moyu wondered. With a thought, a skeleton warrior appeared beside him. A cold wind arose from nowhere, dropping the temperature by a few degrees. The skeleton warrior's sudden appearance startled everyone. Surrounded by cold wind, with flickering soul fire and a frost-glinting blade, it made chilling scraping sounds. Duan Gao, who was buffing everyone, was so startled his hand shook and he stopped casting. Miao Yu let out a scream and hid behind Jiang Taotao.
Holy crap. An undead summon.
Jiang Taotao wasn't calm either.
Lin Moyu, is this your summon?
Lin Moyu looked at Duan Gao.
Please buff it too. Oh, okay.
Duan Gao stuttered, taking 2 seconds to recover before trying to calm himself and continue buffing everyone. Light flashed constantly on the beach as each team applied buffs. Looking around, rare careers were everywhere. Careers rarely seen in other cities were common here. Lin Moyu now understood what the White God meant by
internal members
of Summer Capital University. These people showed talent early, studied and grew up in the university from childhood, then underwent career transition there. They were essentially career professionals cultivated by Summer Capital University. Almost everyone had a rare career and received the best education and resources, far surpassing career professionals from other cities. Like Ning Yi, the same age as Lin Moyu but already level 19. And she knew more than Lin Moyu too. Jiang Taotao was only a year older than them but already level 23.
Huh!
Duan Gao looked surprised.
My skills won't apply to it.
The buff auras dissipated as soon as they touched the skeleton warrior. He tried several times with the same result. Lin Moyu wasn't disappointed. Perhaps his talent was too strong, directly overriding low-level skills like Duan Gao's.
Can't even apply buffs, how useless.
Ling Jin snorted disdainfully. Lin Moyu turned to look at him, his gaze cold. Provoked multiple times, even Lin Moyu had his limits. The skeleton warrior's eyes glowed red as it also turned to Ling Jin, its soul fire flickering wildly as cold wind gusted. Ling Jin felt chills down his spine, involuntarily stepping back as his staff burst into flames. Jiang Taotao reacted quickly, immediately stepping between them.
Save the fighting for later, let's complete the trial first.
Lin Moyu nodded and withdrew his gaze. Ling Jin took a deep breath, trying to control himself. When the skeleton warrior looked at him just now, he truly felt mortal danger. A boom sounded from the sky, signaling the start of the trial. Jiang Taotao immediately said,
Enter the island.
The group formed a team treated as one unit by the light barrier. Their average level was exactly 20, meeting the rules. Everyone felt like passing through a water curtain as they entered Mermaid Island. 65. Chapter 65, The Last Time. The air on the island was full of moisture. Every breath carried a strong fishy smell. The humidity was extreme, as if soaked in water. It was very uncomfortable.
What an awful place, smelly and fishy.
Ning Yi covered her nose, disliking the smell. There was a prominent mountain peak at the center of the island. The mermaid dungeon was on top of the mountain. A huge waterfall could be seen cascading down the mountain from afar. At the peak, the entrance to the mermaid dungeon swirled like an underwater vortex. Jiang Taotao looked towards the mountain, confirming their direction. The island was larger than imagined. After passing through the water barrier, everyone had scattered. The once dense crowd was now nowhere to be seen.
We need to move quickly. Our target is the mermaid dungeon.
Jiang Taotao said solemnly.
Avoid fighting monsters if possible.
She took the lead and ran forward. The others immediately followed. There were ponds everywhere, with many monsters visible inside. These monsters were half-human, half-fish, covered in scales. They weren't as beautiful and cute as mermaids in stories. Their exposed fangs were very sharp, glinting coldly in the sunlight. Without doubt, their teeth could bite through steel. The team moved swiftly through the narrow paths between ponds. Suddenly, with a splash, a mermaid monster shot out of a pond straight at them. Jiang Taotao reacted extremely fast, immediately using a skill. Taunt, the knight's signature skill. The mermaid monster seemed greatly insulted. It suddenly turned towards Jiang Taotao, eyes glowing red, seemingly having lost all reason. Lin Moyu cast detection on the mermaid. Mermaid Tribe Soldier. Level 19. Strength 300. Agility 150. Spirit 200.
Constitution 320.
Skills none. The attributes matched the standard for a level 19 monster. Not very strong and no skills. Such wild monsters were no match for them. Charge. Before the mermaid monster arrived, Jiang Taotao had already charged forward with her shield raised. With the charge skill, she instantly crossed over 10 meters and crashed into the mermaid monster. With a bang, the mermaid monster was sent flying several meters. At this moment, a fireball flew out, accurately hitting the mermaid monster. With a boom, the mermaid monster was engulfed in flames. But it didn't die, struggling to charge at Jiang Taotao again. Behind it, a shadow flashed as Ning Yi appeared beside it. Her dagger glowed as she stabbed. Fatal strike. The skill activated as the dagger pierced the mermaid monster's heart. Scales shattered as the mermaid monster fell with a miserable cry. Then an ice arrow shot out, hitting the mermaid monster. It was completely frozen, no longer moving. Killed level 19 mermaid tribe soldier. Experience plus 1,500. Jiang Taotao obtained fish scale X1. Lin Moyu received the notification that the mermaid monster was killed. Due to being in a 6-person team, the experience gained wasn't high. As team leader, Jiang Taotao received all dropped items. This was a trial not for leveling up, so Lin Moyu didn't mind. After quickly dealing with the mermaid monster, the team continued forward. They encountered several more waves of monsters along the way. As they got closer to the mountain, monster numbers increased. Their levels also gradually increased. Later, they encountered level 21 monsters, which took some effort to defeat. After killing a level 21 monster, Jiang Taotao looked towards the mountain.
At our current speed, it will take at least 3 hours to reach the island center. Climbing the mountain will also take time. We're too slow. From now on, when we encounter monsters, Miaoyu will control them. Avoid fighting if possible. Let's speed up towards the dungeon.
Jiang Taotao decided to ignore monsters and increase their pace. Miaoyu nodded.
Understood.
The team sped up. When encountering monsters again, Miaoyu directly used control skills. Wind binding. With the skill, wind elements moved gently, restraining the monsters like shackles. It lasted 1 minute. By the time it wore off, they would be long gone. This greatly increased their speed. Just 20 minutes later, they could see the foot of the mountain. As Jiang Taotao had judged, they were behind. Other teams had already reached the mountain base well ahead of them. A waterfall cascaded down from the mountaintop. There was only one narrow path up the mountain. Mermaid monsters stood on the waterfall and the path, especially at the mountain base, where the waterfall created many interconnected ponds. The ponds formed a winding road. Mermaid monsters were everywhere, impossible to avoid. Some teams had already reached the mountain base and were clearing monsters, preparing to climb. Jiang Taotao gritted her teeth.
If we charge straight up, do we have a chance?
Miao Yu shook her head.
There are too many. I can't control them all. And they're level 22, higher than me. My skills have a chance to fail.
When monsters were higher level than Miao Yu, her skills had a chance to fail. It had failed several times on the way, but there was only one monster then, so they just killed it when control failed. But here, there were too many monsters. Dense like an army camp. Jiang Taotao frowned. If they cleared all the way up, it would take at least an hour, putting them far behind. But charging straight through without Miao Yu's control would be very difficult. They might even get surrounded by mermaid monsters, putting the team in danger. Jiang Taotao was caught in a dilemma. Lin Moyu looked at the path ahead, having found the shortest route.
I'll do it,
he suddenly said. Ling Jin sneered almost instinctively.
You. What can a level 17 nobody do?
Lin Moyu hadn't taken action the whole way, just following behind. Except for Ning Yi, no one knew his abilities.
Ning Yi snorted.
Ling, shut your stinking mouth.
Jiang Taotao glared at Ling Jin, signaling him to be quiet. Then she asked Lin Moyu.
What do you plan to do?
Lin Moyu said.
Use skeleton warriors to lure away the mermaid monsters.
Jiang Taotao's eyes lit up, remembering Lin Moyu was a necromancer. Though she didn't understand what necromancers could do, she knew he had summons. Using summons to lure away mermaid monsters was a good method. This also made Jiang Taotao notice that the teams who had reached the mountain base also had summoners. They were likely using summons to lure away mermaid monsters too. Jiang Taotao said,
It's up to you then. Everyone else get ready. We'll charge through when the monsters are lured away.
Lin Moyu focused, and skeleton warriors ran forward with their unique clattering sound.
So fast.
Jiang Taotao's eyes widened. The skeleton warriors' speed far exceeded her expectations. In the blink of an eye, they had run dozens of meters, appearing before a group of mermaid monsters. The mermaid monsters let out shrill cries, immediately charging at the skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors ignored them, turning to run. They ran to another pond, luring out all the mermaid monsters there. Then they ran to other ponds. In moments, over a dozen mermaid monsters were chasing the skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors led a group of monsters, running further and further. With the path cleared, Jiang Taotao shouted,
Go!
The team quickly advanced. The skeleton warriors ran ahead, clearing the way by luring away monsters along the route. The team's progress was very smooth. In just minutes, they had reached the mountain base. By now, over 100 monsters were chasing the skeleton warriors. Under Lin Moyu's control, the skeleton warriors ran further and further. Suddenly, the skeleton warriors disappeared. Lin Moyu had recalled them to his summoning space. The mermaid monsters suddenly lost their target, looking confused. Jiang Taotao let out a long sigh of relief.
Well done.
Ning Yi giggled.
So amazing.
Duan Gao and Miao Yu also looked at Lin Moyu with approval. They owed this to him. Ling Jin said coldly,
Why didn't you do this from the start? We could have reached the top by now.
Lin Moyu turned his head, looking at him as if he were an idiot. Wasn't this guy supposed to be a mage? Mages should be smart. How did this guy seem so stupid?
Ning Yi snorted.
Ling Jun, shut your stinking mouth. Stop talking nonsense. If you're so capable, do it yourself.
Lin Moyu looked at him coldly.
Last time.
Ling Jin looked disdainful.
It's just relying on summons.
Jiang Taotao interrupted Ling Jin.
Enough, be quiet.
Ling Jin had repeatedly targeted Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu rarely spoke, but Lingjin always started trouble. Suddenly screams came from the mountaintop. Everyone looked up to see many mermaid monsters rushing down the mountain. The teams that had climbed up earlier were rapidly retreating downhill. 66. Chapter 66. Either he goes or I go. Jiang Taotao's expression changed drastically.
Retreat quickly.
The team immediately backed away from the mountain base. Over 100 mermaid monsters rushed down from the mountaintop, completely blocking the path up.
Someone deliberately lured the mermaid monsters here.
Lin Moyu saw a person running in front of the monster horde, attracting them. This person wore different clothing from them, not from Summer Capital University or the Divine Summer Empire. Jiang Taotao also saw him.
He's from the Cherry Blossom country. This should be their unique career on Myoji.
The person's clothes were embroidered with cherry blossom patterns. Lin Moyu hadn't heard of the Onmyoji career. Ning Yi said solemnly,
I've heard this career is very underhanded.
Jiang Taotao said,
Indeed, they have many tricks up their sleeves.
The Onmyoji took out 2 talismans and threw them left and right. The talismans exploded in mid-air, creating 2 huge shadowy figures. The shadows immediately rushed down the mountain from the air. Like the skeleton warriors, they attracted all the monsters from the ponds at the mountain base. The retreating Hidden Dragon Academy students were quickly surrounded by monsters. They kept using skills trying to break through. But there were too many monsters, most couldn't escape. Seeing no way out, they glowed white one by one, teleporting away. The mission stones given before entering the island also functioned as teleportation stones. They could be used to escape when in danger. But once teleported away, this trial mission would end in failure. Ning Yi said,
This is the Onmyoji's Shikigami skill. They say it can summon ancient spirits.
Miao Yu asked quietly,
Why is he doing this?
Jiang Taotao said,
He wants to stop us from climbing the mountain.
Now the mountain base was full of monsters, at least 200 in total, plus over 100 more on the mountain path. Over 300 monsters in total, completely blocking the way up. It would take hours to clear them all. The Onmyoji sat on his Shikigami, floating in the air, laughing loudly.
You just stay here. The dungeon belongs to my great cherry blossom country.
With that, the Shikigami carried him away, disappearing in an instant.
Despicable. Onmyoji is a legendary career. Looks like Cherry Blossom Country went all out this time. By the time we clear all these monsters, it'll be too late. And our teams are scattered now. Many people have quit the trial. That's fine, we can regroup at the dungeon entrance. The problem now is how to get up there. Maybe someone should sacrifice themselves to lure away the monsters? Come on, you think we're level 42nd transition professionals? Don't you know how dangerous it is to lure monsters? This isn't just 10 or 20 monsters, it's hundreds. Let the summoners do it. You think summoners can do anything? They can lure a few monsters, but hundreds? You're joking.
Jiang Taotao looked at Lin Moyu.
Can you do it?
Lin Moyu nodded slightly, and a skeleton warrior had already run over.
A skeleton? An undead summon. Whose summon is that? What's it doing? It's going to lure monsters. It's so fast.
The skeleton warrior's appearance immediately attracted the monster horde's attention. Many mermaid monsters screamed and chased after the skeleton warrior. In an instant, a third of the surrounding monsters were gone. Jiang Taotao sighed.
Too bad there are still so many left.
Crackle, crackle. Another skeleton warrior ran over.
2.
Jiang Taotao's eyes lit up. Surprised Lin Moyu had a second skeleton warrior. There was hope. The second skeleton warrior did the same, luring away another batch of monsters. The monsters at the mountain base were mostly gone, leaving only those on the mountain path. Even with these monsters remaining, it would be much faster to clear them now.
Well done. Great job, brother. You're amazing, brother. I'll buy you a drink after the trial. I'll take you on dungeon runs in the future.
Everyone praised Lin Moyu. Ning Yi smiled brilliantly, seeming happier about Lin Moyu being praised than if she were praised herself. Only Ling Zhen's face was ashen, looking like he'd eaten something rotten. At this moment, a third skeleton appeared.
There's even a third one. We've got this now.
Everyone cheered excitedly.
Prepare to climb.
Lin Moyu said softly. Jiang Taotao was ready.
Prepare.
The third skeleton charged up, luring down the monsters on the mountain path. Jiang Taotao seized the opportunity, quickly rushing up the mountain. Seeing this, other teams immediately followed. Actually, Lin Moyu didn't need to go to such trouble. He could have used corpse explosion to instantly clear these monsters. But because of Ling Zhen's presence, Lin Moyu didn't want this guy to benefit. They were in a team state now. If he used corpse explosion, the experience would be shared equally. Why should he? After being provoked multiple times, even Lin Moyu's good temper had limits. If it were elsewhere, Ling Zhen would probably be dead already. Everyone ran quickly up the mountain. They reached the top of the several hundred-meter high mountain in just minutes. They saw the dungeon entrance. On the other side of the mountaintop, another group had just run up.
Enter the dungeon. Don't let them get ahead.
The Hidden Dragon Academy people shouted. Jiang Taotao also quickly rushed towards the dungeon entrance.
Huh? How did they get up here? Could they fly too?
The Onmyoji, who had been sitting on his shikigami in midair, looked puzzled. He had clearly lured so many monsters to block the path. Clearing those monsters should have taken hours. By then, the Cherry Blossom Country teams would have finished the dungeon and left. He hadn't expected Hidden Dragon Academy to climb up so quickly, exceeding his expectations. Both sides charged to the mountaintop, glanced at each other, then rushed towards the dungeon entrance simultaneously. Whoosh! Whoosh! Arrows exploded in the air, falling like rain.
Watch out! It's the archer's arrow rain.
The Cherry Blossom Country archers suddenly attacked, using skills. Mages raised shields. Knights activated protection skills. Two skeletons appeared in front of Lin Moyu, shielding him and Ning Yi.
They dare attack. Hit them back. Hit them hard, don't hold back.
The Hidden Dragon Academy archers and mages also unleashed their skills. Arrows flew everywhere. Spells exploded chaotically. Though they were only around level 20 professionals, their skills were quite dazzling. Healers stood at the back constantly healing, while support classes quickly replenished statuses. Healing light pillars shot into the sky. Knights joined the fray, charging and clashing. This encounter battle had no prior preparation, no formation to speak of. The scene became extremely chaotic. The two sides were evenly matched, neither able to overcome the other. From Lin Moyu's perspective, the Divine Summer Empire side should be stronger. Those from Hidden Dragon Academy were all elites among professionals. Their skills and equipment were very powerful. The Cherry Blossom Country elites were clearly also top-notch, but still slightly inferior to the Divine Summer Empire. The only problem was that earlier Onmyoji luring monsters, causing the Divine Summer Empire teams to become incomplete, greatly reducing their combat power. This led to a stalemate with no clear winner. Both sides fought fiercely, neither able to claim the dungeon. Mages depleted their spirit power and started drinking spirit potions. Archers and knight skills also entered cooldown. The battle was no longer as intense as before. Gradually, both sides retreated, entering a ceasefire. Lin Moyu never took action. His skills were too powerful. He feared if his skeleton warriors struck once, the enemy would die. Then, with a corpse explosion, probably few of them would survive. Jiang Taotao had said the two sides had long competed, but rarely caused deaths. The seemingly fierce battle earlier only resulted in some injuries. And with the healer's treatment, injuries quickly recovered, not endangering lives. The first clash ended in a draw, both sides wary, no one daring to relax. The dungeon was right before them. The mermaid's tear, a prize both sides were determined to obtain.
Our teams are too scattered. We need to regroup. If we can regroup, We'll definitely overpower them.
Many people had left at the mountain base, scattering the teams, putting them at a disadvantage in battle.
We're short a range damage dealer, mage or archer. We need one below level 24.8. We need a healer, level 21 or below. We need a mage, level 23 or below.
Many teams lacked damage dealers, followed by healers. Earlier, when surrounded by monsters, many mages had quit the trial. And there were level requirements. Entering the mermaid dungeon also required an average level no higher than 20. Ling Jin suddenly spoke up.
Captain, I want to join another team. Why?
Jiang Taotao was surprised, not expecting Ling Jin to say this. Ling Jin pointed at Lin Moyu.
Either he goes or I go.
Not only Jiang Taotao was surprised, Duan Gao and Miao Yu also looked shocked. They hadn't expected Ling Jin to make such a threat. And at this moment, right at the dungeon entrance, Duan Gao said solemnly,
Ling Jin, you're going too far.
Miao Yu also said,
That's right. If not for Lin Moyu luring away the monsters, we wouldn't have made it up here.
Ling Jin didn't care.
That's his business, I don't care. I'll say it again, either he goes or I go.
Ning Yi sneered.
Ling Jin, you really are a dog.
Ling Jin ignored Ning Yi.
Captain, you choose.
67-67. Chapter 67. Forget the buffs, hurry and follow. Jiang Taotao looked at Lin Moyu, then at Ling Jin. She despised Ling Jin's behavior. But without a damage dealer, clearing the nightmare dungeon would be nearly impossible. The trial would be impossible to complete. Now all the teams were looking for mages, so Ling Jin was in high demand. That's why Ling Jin chose this moment to make trouble, putting Jiang Taotao in a difficult position. Without Lin Moyu, the team's average level would be too high. But finding a lower-level player wasn't hard, at least easier than finding a mage. Ning Yi wanted to say something, but Lin Moyu gently held her back, signaling her not to speak. He knew what Ning Yi wanted to say. If he was asked to leave the team, Ning Yi would definitely leave too. Lin Moyu didn't say anything, just watching quietly. Now it was up to Jiang Taotao to choose. After an internal struggle, Jiang Taotao made her decision. She looked at Ling Jin.
Ling Jin, you leave the team.
Ling Jin was confident at this point, sure Jiang Taotao would choose him. Unexpectedly, this was her answer.
What?
He thought he misheard.
Captain, if I leave, your trial is ruined. Don't you want to enter Creation God Academy anymore?
Jiang Taotao said solemnly.
I do, but you forgot my career.
Jiang Taotao's career was Elven Knight. Knights had their own code of honor. Everyone here owed thanks to Lin Moyu for getting them this far. She couldn't bring herself to ask Lin Moyu to leave now. Ling Jin sneered.
If that's how it is, don't regret it.
He left the team. Mages were in short supply everywhere, so finding another team wouldn't be hard for him. Lin Moyu slowly stood up.
Let's enter the dungeon.
Huh? Jiang Taotao was stunned. Lin Moyu knew the current situation. Both sides were at a stalemate, neither able to approach the dungeon. As Lin Moyu stood, Ning Yi also got up.
Ning Yi kiklet.
Sister Tao, let's enter the dungeon.
Jiang Taotao asked.
How?
Lin Moyu was already walking towards the dungeon.
Follow me.
Ning Yi bounced after him happily. She seemed to have blind faith in Lin Moyu. If Lin Moyu said they could enter the dungeon, then they definitely could. Duan Gao and Miao Yu hesitated, unsure what to do. Jiang Taotao thought worst case they could retreat. With her there, at least there wouldn't be any danger. The other side probably wouldn't dare kill anyone.
Let's go.
As the team leader, her words carried weight. Duan Gao and Miao Yu followed along. Jiang Taotao stepped in front of Lin Moyu, gripping her shield tightly. She was clearly nervous. The five suddenly approaching the dungeon immediately provoked a reaction from the Cherry Blossom Country people.
Get back, don't approach the dungeon. Divine Summer people, get lost.
The Cherry Blossom Country people shouted, knocking arrows and raising staffs. If they dared approach the dungeon, they would face heavy attacks. Lin Moyu ignored them, continuing towards the dungeon. Jiang Taotao's heart was in her throat. Duan Gao and Miao Yu were also very nervous. Only Ning Yi was carefree.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. Brother, what are you doing? Come back, it's dangerous. Let's go too, protect our brother.
They all recognized Lin Moyu. If not for his skeletons earlier, they wouldn't have made it here. Though they didn't know what Lin Moyu planned, most chose to protect him. Ling Jin sneered.
Idiot, going to die?
Seeing Lin Moyu ignore their warnings, the Cherry Blossom Country people unleashed their skills. Arrows, spells, and various attacks rained down. Jiang Taotao immediately raised her shield. Lin Moyu pointed forward. Whoosh! 20 skeleton warriors appeared beside him. The 20 skeletons formed a shield, firmly protecting the 5 and blocking all attacks. Jiang Taotao was stunned. Everyone was shocked.
Wow, so many! How can there be so many? What career is this? These skeletons are so tough, they don't even flinch from attacks. They look fragile. How are they so sturdy?
The skeletons didn't budge despite the Cherry Blossom Country's attacks.
Enter the dungeon, nightmare difficulty.
Lin Moyu said calmly, ignoring the various attacks. Jiang Taotao was infected by Lin Moyu's composure. She instinctively chose to trust him. Following Lin Moyu's words, she selected the dungeon. The 5 disappeared at the dungeon entrance, along with the skeleton warriors.
They went in. 5 people entered the dungeon. Should be nightmare difficulty, right? Of course, what's the use of normal difficulty? Definitely nightmare. Wonder if they can do it. Whether they can or not, we can't let those Cherry Blossom Country trash enter the dungeon. Right, don't let those Cherry Blossom Country trash in.
After Lin Moyu entered, the 2 sides outside resumed their standoff. Neither side could enter the dungeon. Inside the mermaid dungeon, Jiang Taotao finally relaxed.
We really made it in.
Ning Yi kiklet.
I told you, just trust Lin Moyu. No need to worry.
Jiang Taotao said.
But even though we're in, we have no damage dealer. How can we clear the dungeon?
Though Ning Yi was an assassin class, she was only level 19, not enough damage output. As a knight focused on protection, Jiang Taotao's damage was also lacking. They could handle normal difficulty, but nightmare would be very, very difficult.
Ning Yi sighed.
Don't worry, we have Moyu.
Him?
But he's only level 17.
Ning Yi smilet.
His skeletons are very powerful.
They were indeed powerful, at least very tough and fast. At this point, they could only trust Ning Yi's words. Jiang Taotao said,
All right then, let's hope the skeleton's damage is enough. I'll try my best to tank the monsters. Miao Yu, heal me promptly and control the battlefield.
Miao Yu patted her chest.
Don't worry, Sister Tao.
Duan Gao started applying buffs, but Lin Moyu was already walking forward. Since the skeletons couldn't receive buffs anyway, no point wasting time. Monsters soon appeared ahead. A mermaid over 2 meters tall appeared on the path. Detection flew out. Mermaid Elite Warrior. Enhanced Elite Monster. Level 21. Strength 2000. Agility 1200. Spirit 800.
Constitution 2200.
Skill Screech. With a thought, the skeleton warriors swarmed forward. The ones in front simultaneously used Berserk Strike. Bang, bang, bang. The Mermaid Elite Warrior fell with a miserable cry. Killed level 21 Mermaid Elite Warrior. Experience plus 10,000. Obtained Fish Skin X10. Duan Gao was still applying buffs when the sudden notification startled him. What just happened? How did they suddenly gain experience? Jiang Taotao also stared wide-eyed, looking at Lin Moyu in disbelief. This was a nightmare dungeon monster, an enhanced elite monster. Even with a perfect team composition, it should take 1 to 2 minutes to kill. But what just happened? A few skeletons charged in, then bang bang bang. The monster died nearly instantly killed. Lin Moyu's skeletons weren't just tough and fast. Their attack power was terrifyingly high.
It's already dead? That was practically an instant kill.
Jiang Taotao muttered, still not fully processing what happened. Ning Yi acted like it was natural.
I told you, Mayu's skeletons are amazing.
She quickly followed after Lin Moyu. Duan Gao called out,
Wait, I haven't finished buffing. Forget the buffs. Hurry and follow.
Jiang Taotao shouted, quickly chasing after them. 68. Chapter 68. Steamrolling through, cover your ears. The 20 skeleton warriors steamrolled ahead. They didn't care what kind of enhanced elite monster it was. They just charged in and slaughtered everything. Basically, no monster could last more than 5 seconds.
There aren't many monsters in this dungeon.
The monsters were scattered and few, so experience gain was slow. It would be better to gather a batch of monsters and use corpse explosion for a satisfying blast. He didn't summon more skeleton warriors, as it wouldn't increase efficiency. Jiang Taotao never imagined clearing a dungeon could be so easy. Usually she was the most exhausted when doing dungeons. As a knight, she had to be at the front watching every monster attack. She had to firmly hold aggro while protecting teammates. Now she just followed behind, not needing to do anything.
Necromancer, this career is pretty amazing.
She thought to herself. Duan Gao and Miao Yu had similar thoughts. After entering the dungeon, there was a winding passage, like being in a cave. The humidity was even heavier than outside, with a rotten smell added to the fishy odor. Ning Yi had been covering her nose since entering the dungeon. After walking for a while, they finally reached the end of the passage. A huge cavern appeared ahead. Jumping down from the passage end was a 50-meter drop. A giant python was coiled in the center of the cavern. The python was at least 30 meters tall, with a diameter over 1 meter. Black scales like armor covered its body, reflecting a metallic sheen. Lin Moyu's group had attracted the python's attention, its huge eyes looking at them. If they dared jump down, they would surely face the python's powerful attack. Detection flew out. Mermaid Queen's pet snake, elite boss. Level 23. Strength 3,600. Agility 5,500. Spirit 3,000.
Constitution 5000.
Skills: Lash, Death Coil, Venom. Such a huge python being called the Mermaid Queen's pet snake was rather amusing. This was the highest attribute monster Lin Moyu had seen. Much higher than the Goblin King. Very close to the skeleton warriors, even surpassing them in agility. Jiang Taotao didn't hesitate.
I'll tank it.
Lin Moyu shook his head.
No need.
None of them moved, but the skeleton warriors had already charged down. Lin Moyu still didn't summon more skeleton warriors. In his view, 20 were more than enough. The skeleton warriors leapt up, pouncing on the giant python. The python rose up, smashing several skeleton warriors away with loud bangs. Skill: Lash. The python's tail whipped out, sweeping away several more skeleton warriors. Half of the 20 skeleton warriors were knocked away in the first clash. The python's reaction was unexpectedly agile. The remaining skeleton warriors couldn't land on its body. The python swam swiftly through the cavern, its huge tail constantly whipping away skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors' attacks could only land occasionally, not even able to use skills. The skeleton warriors seemed at a disadvantage, but they weren't taking much damage. After all, with 5,400 constitution, their defense was not low. Jiang Taotao looked anxious.
It's too agile. What do we do?
Lin Moyu said softly.
It's fine.
His palm glowed faintly as he gently pointed at the giant python. Skill: Slow Curse. A red light suddenly filled the cavern, everyone hearing a faint hum, as if something terrible had descended. A red shackle symbol appeared above the python's head. In an instant, the python's speed slowed by a full 100%. Now the skeleton warriors easily caught the python. Their blades fell frantically, hacking at the python's scales. Then skills erupted, dealing even more damage. Blood sprayed, scales shattered. The python screamed continuously.
Is this a curse?
Jiang Taotao recognized the red symbol above the python's head. Lin Moyu nodded.
Yes.
Necromancers weren't just summoners, but also mages. Having lost its speed advantage, the python could only engage in melee with the skeleton warriors. Skill, Death Coil. The skill activated, the python's body coiling around several skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors were violently squeezed, making cracking sounds. It was chilling to hear, but the skeleton warriors were too sturdy. Though the sound was scary, they weren't really hurt, and the coiled skeleton warriors' blades never stopped. They still hacked at the python's body. The python couldn't take it and released the skeleton warriors, spitting venom. The cavern instantly became unbearably foul, nauseating. The skeleton warriors were splashed with venom. Lin Moyu sensed they took some damage, but still not too serious. With balanced attributes, no pain, no fear, the skeleton warriors were nearly perfect. The python tried everything but still couldn't do much to the skeleton warriors. And under the curse, it had lost its greatest advantage, speed. After 2 minutes of struggle, the python collapsed with a boom. Its eyes filled with unwillingness. Killed level 23 Mermaid Queen's pet snake. Experience plus 50,000. Obtained silver grade armor, snake skin armor. Obtained mid-level monster crystal core. Jiang Taodao's mouth twitched, hardly believing it.
Is it over just like that? It's over.
Lin Moyu said as he leapt down, landing steadily after bouncing off the cavern wall. Jiang Taotao and the others were still dazed, unable to react. Ning Yi smiled brightly, happier the more amazing Lin Moyu was.
Stop daydreaming, let's go.
She said as she gracefully leapt down, light as a butterfly, much more elegant than Lin Moyu. Jiang Taotao and the others finally snapped out of it and jumped down. Passing through the cavern, a sea of blue entered their view. Ahead was a magnificent palace, the Mermaid Queen's palace. All the foul odors had vanished without a trace. Instead, there was a faint fragrance here. The whole environment had changed, clean and tidy. From where they stood to the palace gates, patrols of guards were making rounds. Each patrol consisted of 3 mermaid soldiers. They wore armor and wielded tridents, looking formidable. No one used detection as it would attract their attention. These military-looking mermaid monsters weren't far apart. One wrong move could pull a large group.
1, 2, 3. Wow, there are 60 patrol teams, a total of 180 mermaid monsters.
Ning Yi counted, sticking out her tongue. The number was a bit scary. Jiang Taotao added,
And they all look like enhanced elite monsters.
dealing with one such monster was difficult. 3 at once would be the limit. Based on Jiang Taotao's experience, they would pull 3 monsters from a corner, clear them bit by bit, gradually clearing through. It would be time-consuming and laborious, but safer. Ning Yi looked at Lin Moyu.
So many monsters, what do we do?
Lin Moyu was actually happy to see so many monsters. The more monsters, the better.
Simple.
As he spoke, 20 skeleton warriors had already charged out. The sudden appearance of the skeleton warriors immediately attracted the mermaid soldiers' attention. Team after team of soldiers chased after the skeleton warriors. Luring monsters? Was he trying to draw away so many monsters? That wasn't a bad idea. As the skeleton warriors attracted attention, Lin Moyu's detection followed. Mermaid Elite Soldier. Enhanced Elite Monster. Level 22. Strength 2,200. Agility 1,400. Spirit 1,000.
Constitution 2400.
Skill. Stunning Sweep. Seeing the Mermaid Elite Soldier's attributes, he had a grasp of the situation. Soon, all 180 Mermaid Elite Soldiers were gathered by the skeleton warriors. Then the skeleton warriors ran straight back to Lin Moyu's position, bringing the monsters with them. Jiang Taodao's hair stood on end. What was Lin Moyu doing? The skeleton warriors stopped 60 meters from Lin Moyu, suddenly turning to unleash their skills. The mermaid elite soldiers also unleashed their skills simultaneously. Their tridents swept out glowing arcs. Skill, berserk strike. Skill, stunning sweep. The two skills collided, skill light shooting into the sky, brilliant as fireworks. The skeleton warriors' attributes were too high. Especially when using skills, their attributes surpassed the mermaid elite soldiers several times over. In the skill collision, the skeleton warriors completely overwhelmed them. A mermaid elite soldier fell with a cry.
Cover your ears.
Lin Moyu said to Ning Yi.
Oh.
Ning Yi quickly covered her ears. Jiang Tao Tao and the others hadn't understood what was happening when a huge boom nearly knocked them over. Then several more booms followed.
Skill, corpse explosion.
After several thunderous explosions, everything fell silent. Jiang Tao Tao and the others were stunned by the flood of experience notifications.
This? My God, what just happened? How is this possible? How did he do it? What skill is this? A massive explosion. How is it so powerful?
Not a single mermaid elite soldier survived. They gained a huge amount of experience and materials. This was the first time Jiang Tao Tao and the others experienced the thrill of experience notifications flooding the screen. Everyone looked extremely excited. The gates of the Mermaid Queen's palace rumbled open amidst the explosion sounds. 69. Chapter 69. Completing the trial, never teaming up again. The gates of the Mermaid Queen's palace opened. A strange aura swept out. Azure light enveloped the space. Along with the light appeared the Mermaid Queen. Noble, elegant, beautiful. Though not human, it didn't prevent appreciation of her beauty.
So beautiful.
Ning Yi's eyes misted over, her pupils losing focus. She unconsciously walked towards the Mermaid Queen. Lin Moyu pulled her back. Not just Ning Yi, but Jiang Tao Tao was also affected. Lin Moyu, Miao Yu, and Duan Gao remained normal. Miao Yu exclaimed,
It's a charm spell.
She quickly cast a skill, beams of light falling on everyone. Skill clarity.
Ning Yi snappet avake.
What happened to me?
Jiang Tao Tao also shuddered, her pupils regaining focus.
What happened?
Miao Yu looked at the Mermaid Queen.
She has an innate charm ability. You and Yi were affected. I used clarity to dispel it.
Lin Moyu, Duan Gao, and Miao Yu had higher spirit power, so the Mermaid Queen's innate charm didn't affect them. Ning Yi felt scared.
That was terrifying.
Jiang Tao Tao took a deep breath.
Well, she's a boss. It's normal to have some special abilities.
She had experienced many dungeons. Though not high level, some bosses did have special skills, catching people off guard. She had almost fallen for it this time too. The Mermaid Queen looked at the dead elite mermaid soldiers, then at the skeleton warriors. Suddenly she let out a scream. Though beautiful, the Mermaid Queen's scream was unbearably shrill. Everyone painfully covered their ears. The Mermaid Queen's scream raised waves, whipping up fierce winds. The many corpses on the ground were instantly scattered in all directions. Lin Moyu's eyes tightened slightly. He had originally planned to use corpse explosion when the Mermaid Queen approached. He hadn't expected her to scatter the corpses first. The skeleton warriors charged forward against the fierce wind. Facing the at least 5-meter tall Mermaid Queen, the skeleton warriors seemed tiny. The skeleton warriors looked fragile, but the Mermaid Queen's fierce winds couldn't blow them away. As the skeleton warriors advanced, detection followed. Mermaid Queen, boss-level monster. Level 24. Strength 5,000. Agility 6,000. Spirit 5,000. Constitution 6,000. Skills: Terrifying Scream, Tidal Wave, Queen's Lament. The Mermaid Queen's attributes were extremely high, surpassing the skeleton warriors in agility and constitution. Her strength and spirit were also very close to the skeleton warriors. After all, she was a level 24 dungeon boss, a leader class monster. The skeleton warriors were only level 17, a full 7 levels lower. Jiang Taotao was also shocked seeing the Mermaid Queen's attributes. She swallowed.
Compared to other dungeons, the Mermaid Queen's attributes are higher. Using normal tactics, it would take at least an hour to defeat her.
By normal tactics, Jiang Taotao meant with a full team composition. 6 people, 1 tank, 2 support, 3 damage dealers. That way they could slowly wear down the dungeon boss. But now, she couldn't estimate at all what would happen next. Lin Moyu's presence completely broke her existing knowledge. Could the gap between careers really be this large? She couldn't understand. The 20 skeleton warriors surrounded the Mermaid Queen, launching fierce attacks. The Mermaid Queen wielded a huge trident, constantly sweeping it around. Each time the skeleton warriors were knocked back, only to get up and attack again. Lin Moyu could sense the skeleton warriors were being injured by the Mermaid Queen's attacks. The Mermaid Queen's 5,000 strength was enough to damage the skeleton warriors. And with 6,000 constitution, the skeleton warriors' damage to her was greatly reduced. The skeleton warriors surrounding the Mermaid Queen gave the illusion of wolves attacking a lion. At this rate, it was hard to say if 20 skeleton warriors could defeat the Mermaid Queen. After several rounds of attacks, some skeleton warriors' bones began to crack. Their movements also started slowing. Jiang Taotao noticed this.
Duan Gao, buff us. Be ready to fight any time.
She planned to step in when the skeleton warriors couldn't hold on. Lin Moyu said softly,
No need.
His palm glowed faintly. A huge red net fell from the sky. Skill. Slow curse. A red shackle symbol appeared above the Mermaid Queen's head. Her speed halved. Her combat power sharply decreased. She sensed the curse and glowed, screaming again. Skill. Tidal wave. Azure light filled the space as huge waves surged forth, instantly scattering the skeleton warriors. The massive waves rose up, sweeping the skeleton warriors into the sky. The skeleton warriors spun in the huge waves, torn by the immense force. Several skeleton warriors were badly injured in the waves. Their bones shattered. Lin Moyu immediately recalled them. Jiang Taotao gripped her sword and shield tightly, feeling it would soon be her turn. As the skill ended and the waves disappeared, the skeleton warriors fell from the sky. At this moment, Lin Moyu pointed. Cold wind howled as a mass of black appeared. He had released all 88 remaining skeleton warriors. The skeleton warriors charged at the Mermaid Queen like lightning as soon as they appeared.
So many! How can there be so many summons? It's terrifying.
Only now did they realize Lin Moyu hadn't released all his summons before. He had only used a portion. Jiang Taotao even wondered, if Lin Moyu was willing, could he easily eliminate all those mermaid monsters blocking the mountain path? Just a few of those big explosions would be enough. Nearly 100 skeleton warriors surrounded and attacked the Mermaid Queen. In the blink of an eye, skeleton warriors covered the Mermaid Queen's entire body. They activated skills one after another, constantly striking the Mermaid Queen. The Mermaid Queen's skin split open as she screamed incessantly. She wildly swung her trident, her whole body thrashing about. Under the slow curse, her speed was halved. She couldn't shake off the skeleton warriors. Suddenly, crying sounds entered their ears. Skill. Queen's Lament. The Mermaid Queen used her skill. Amidst the crying, Jiang Taotao and Ning Yi were affected again. Their pupils lost focus once more. Miao Yu quickly used clarity. But this time clarity had no effect.
It's not working. My level is too low. Clarity can't counter the boss's skill.
Lin Moyu said softly.
It's fine.
As long as he wasn't affected, it was fine. He held Ning Yi back while Miao Yu held Jiang Taotao. Lin Moyu's spirit was high enough to resist. The skeleton warriors were even less affected. They had no emotions, no pain, no fear. Chivalry was impossible for them. The skeleton warrior's blades never stopped for a second. With her skill ineffective, the Mermaid Queen attacked with her trident again. As her skill ended, Ning Yi and Jiang Taotao recovered. Both looked scared. The skill was too terrifying. They had no resistance at all. Azure light erupted again as huge waves rolled in. The waves swept up some skeleton warriors, but others clung tightly to the Mermaid Queen. They continued attacking with their other hand holding their blades. This time, the waves weren't very effective. The battle lasted a full 3 minutes. The Mermaid Queen finally fell with a last cry. Killed Mermaid Queen, experience plus 80,000. Obtained silver grade weapon. Mermaid Queen's long sword. Obtained silver grade weapon. Mermaid Queen's staff. Obtained Mermaid's Tear X1. Mermaid Queen's long sword. Silver grade. Strength plus 50. Constitution plus 50. Warrior skill power plus 10%. Usable after level 20. Mermaid Queen's staff. Silver grade. Spirit plus 50. Constitution plus 50. Mage skill power plus 10%. Usable after level 20. Seeing the notifications, Jiang Taotao excitedly clenched her fists. Besides the mermaid's tier, they got 2 silver grade weapons. Much better attributes than bronze grade weapons. The 10% skill power boost would greatly increase combat power for various careers. Ning Yi jumped happily.
Yay, we completed the trial mission. We're one step closer to Creation God Academy.
Jiang Taotao smiled.
If we complete a few more trials and level up more, we'll definitely get into Creation God Academy. We owe this to Lin Moyu. Without him, we probably couldn't have completed the trial.
Miao Yu said softly.
That's right. Lingjin was the worst. Don't mention that guy. We'll never team up with someone like that again.
Jiang Taotao gritted her teeth, despising people like Ling Zhen the most. Lin Moyu calculated the time. About half an hour had passed since they entered the dungeon. The standoff outside might still be ongoing. Even if other teams entered the dungeon, they probably wouldn't clear it so quickly. Ning Yi's eyes sparkled, immediately understanding Lin Moyu's idea. She giggled.
Of course I do.